Hello, everyone. I'm so sorry. I was looking for a chip clip and I couldn't find it. It has nothing to do with gaming. But we shall continue. I'm not even sure where we left off, so it's been a while. Let's figure out what's going on. Okay, episode 5. Oh, that's right. Rise from the ashes. Yes. I wish I could delete the other bits. I do not actually remember anything from this, so we'll see what happens. It's February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Lana. Oh, that's right. Everyone is guilty because they're protecting someone else. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? I have no idea, Miss Lana, because it has been like a hot minute since I played this game. Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. Alright, girl. What do you say? I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. Shock face! The defendant is called to the trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her, and that is you're not a defense attorney. Shock face! I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. Well, obviously, she's innocent because we couldn't win the game if she was guilty. I mean, come on. My first trial without Faye helping me. Oh! Is that why he hasn't taken on any cases? Because he's, like, worried that he's gonna lose? No one's gonna bail me out this time. Uh-oh. It is, actually, quite difficult, don't you think? We are in trouble. Oh, hey, baby. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. February 23rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Uh-oh. Oh, we're back with the suit. Oh, I love it. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Damn, Edgy. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I love the flashbacks. Isn't flashbacks in a game just great? I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. Whatever, Edgeworth. You know you want to smooch me, okay? You don't want to cuddle this up, okay? All the spiky hair. Okay. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. Does that mean that he knows she's innocent? The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Oh, I think he's trying to give him like a secret code. You know what he's saying? Oh, very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. That's a finger. How? Wow, he's so much more forceful in person. Keep your panties on. Don't be gross. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. I'm sure you do. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Wait, I mean like a working girl kind of professional? I don't know. We'll see. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. I knew it! The cough up queen? Hey, Stephen, how's it going? Oh, yeah, she's a professional. Professional what? I'm not sure. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh ho, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. Don't lie, Judge. It's obvious. The judge is really wolfing it down. And for you, I have the Fiesta Bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? And you, sir. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. She's like, listen, if you don't fall for my boobatastic, lunchbox lady thing, I have got nothing. And I don't appreciate you not playing along, sir. I am your witness after all. You're supposed to smooch up to me. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? This is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. Really? Yuck. No, thank you. I'm going to pass. I'm going to say no bueno. Oh, I could have done. Okay, anyway. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. That's so stupid. Pickled. Why pickled? What? Why? Oh my gosh. Actually, that is really funny, but it's totally like how I destroyed my sister and now she can't eat tapioca since she's been a child because of me. But that's another story. So, okay, right, pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Thank you, Phoenix. Name, profession, now. Wow, he's grumpier. Right, she is totally distracting him with her caviar box. Okay. Me? The name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that why you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Ariana, this is a very professional courtroom. It's amazing. I mean, it is truly amazing. I'm loving every minute of it. Thank you very much. I wish people would bring me lunch like that. I mean, not obviously like pickled tapioca, but something actually tasty. Anyway, here we go. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, Mr. Edgeworth has just said to the court, I am a professional. Uh-huh. What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. Of course she frickin' was. How did I forget that? I mean, because it's been like a month, but still. Alright, here we go. Ready? She was a first-rate homicide detective, and now she's selling lunch boxes. What? Miss Starr was a detective? Ah! I know who you are. Cough Up. Cough Up Queen. Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see. Wow. Wow. Oh, very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star. Wow, 2 years ago. What a coincidence. I know, right? Just like the whole coincidence with with Wedgie's freaking case the whole time. Just who is this lady? Yeah, you should have done a little bit more homework, buddy. You should be sweating. I might have to have the court's attention over here. Wow, she's all official in the parking lot. The prosecutor's office is divided into two blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the two blocks. I suppose that is to keep the visitors from taking up prosecutor space, yes? The crime took place in a car in the back of Block A in the car's trunk. Although there was no blood, the killer, and he was clearly killed an hour before, but it's fine. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the blood out. Drive the blood out? What is that? Drive the blood out? Does she mean like drive the car with the blood? I don't know. You know what? Oh, the body out. Jesus, I need to get new glasses. Unfortunately for her, I need new glasses so bad. Okay, let me sneak. I'm really far from the screen right now. Let me get closer. I'm like, that makes no sense. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness, I wonder? Why, it was me, Your Honor. And parking lot floor plans added to the court record. Parking lot with Wedgie's car. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Yeah, she did, because she was the one who did it. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. Trying to get her job back, obviously. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? You are so stupid, Judge. Just go eat your pickled tapioca. Well, Mr. Wright, I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. Seems that some poor losers are willing to accept the truth, Your Honor. I shall proceed to crush whatever little hope they have remaining. If you can, then give 'em your worst, Ms. Starr. Dude, totally bribed that guy with food. Wait, are you talking about me? Yes, Phoenix, they are talking about you. Stop sweating or your hair will get messed. Witness's account, or you'll melt like Rudy Giuliani. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come, especially because I planned it. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointing tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. The pointy end, huh? Well, that's the business end, my friend. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching. Who is her boyfriend? We still haven't said. I don't remember. Okay. As you can see, there's no room for doubt. Oh, Wedgie. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw stabbed in Detective Goodman. So how does it feel to be utterly crushed? I am still thinking about that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not, because he was killed like an hour before and not in a freaking thing. But you know what? That's fine. Like, I'm actually remembering now. Like, it wasn't. There was nothing. We're fine. We're totally fine. Calm down. Okay. It'll be okay. Here we go. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Right. And your bloody arms off. Anyway. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examination! Alright. Witness account. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. Press. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Look how he bows to her, too. That's great. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim. Wow, she's not holding a grudge or anything. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Damn, girl. I said, damn, girl. She's going hard. Ms. Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Worms! In the dirt. That said, I'm a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well, you may continue, Miss Starr. I totally understand, because I'm nom-nomming on this food, and I'm not listening to anything you're saying. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. Who is this boyfriend? This boyfriend. He's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes. This boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. You go, girl. Okay, no notes. 10 out of 10. I know! That's why I'm loving this! Care to join? Damn! She is hot to trot. The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. He's a one-lady kind of man. Or a one-lunchbox kind of man, I should say. Oh, I'm writing that down. He's a one-lunchbox kind of man. Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot in Block A. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime? When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective intuition at work. You sensed something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. What? I have no idea what that means. Me either, actually. Speaking of detectives' intuition, wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. We're gonna get a lot of food metaphors. A young cheese? A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn. That I must be hard, yellow, and sharp as a tack. Well, crusty, I would say. Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. In any case, there is there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. She's so dramatic. Um, Through the wire fence, I saw a chief prosecutor standing next to the garish car. By garish car, you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car? Yes. Mr. Edgeworth's? Incidentally, the knife with the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it? Indeed, it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you sure it was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can, even if we don't have any proof. We can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following: prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter! Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside! That was inspiring. I believe I heard that tagline somewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. A photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunch boxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only now seeing this photograph just now? You'd think I'd show it to you? A prosecutor? Think again. So funny. Hold on 1 second. Okay. What? Shocked face. Which is the same as every other face. My boyfriend works in the photography division of the criminal affairs of the other boyfriend. Well, this is most certainly the defendant. Crime photo added to the court record. Oh, that is unmistakably Lana Skye. So what was the defendant doing at the time? Chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It's your knife, after all. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise sets. Why is everything food? It makes me hungry. You can't testify as her ability to kill an egg. I mean a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor? So the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into the Detective Goodman's chest. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The
The fence has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. It's only a flash wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said that before? Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Ms. Starr's testimony is flawless. It sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Don't smile at me like that! Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. Okay. I was on my way to deliver the lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps my finely honed detective intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Okay, so all I can think about is making an egg salad sandwich now. Oh my god. Is that wrong? You know what? If it's wrong, I don't want to be right. That's just the way it is. Okay. Oh, I know. We have to... I don't think we're going to show her our attorney's badge. No prints. Work of art. Dude. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Oh, okay. So it says died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. and that technically falls into that, doesn't it? God damn it. Victim's memo found in the car trunk. Property of Lana Sky last called me to his sister the day of the murder. That's like right afterwards. Okay. Parking lot with Edgeworth's car. Well, if there's a chain link fence, shouldn't she have shouldn't there be a chain link showing? I don't know. Like, that's weird. Okay, there's a telephone, there's a security room. Alright. The moment of the crime. Oh, I guess there is over it, isn't there? Okay. So we have to figure out what can we use against her. Why was she standing there? That's a question. Because it's not like she can walk that way, because it looks like it's completely chained off, right? I don't think I get to ask that question, though. Okay, so we just have to figure out... Oh, wait, slide. Oh, so they enter over there. Okay. I finally honed the detective's intuition at work. I totally want to, like, object. Objection! Oh yeah, totally is time to save. You're right, thank you. Okay, options. Save time. Yes, is exactly true. This is how we do it. Okay, I'm going to object to her delivering a lunchbox to her boyfriend. I wanna, like, what? It's actually not the right time, but damn it. Alright, let's go back. I wouldn't be like, you are fired. You don't have detective's intuition. Freaking get over it. I don't think I can say that though. What would I present? Chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her hand. Here, we'll just do this one. And you witnessed this. You saw Miss Guy stab the victim with a knife. As I already said, yes. I swear to it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. Listen, you're a one lunchbox kind of guy. You can't go around taking other snacky snacks, okay? That's just not the way this works. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? When Miss Guy is not holding a knife. That was a lot of gasping in. I need to let it go. You know what I'm saying? Let it go, let it go. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection? That was the lightest objection I've ever heard. What had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth? Yet it was still stronger than your feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before. This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains? Actually, it's black and white, and it doesn't really look like splatter, but that's fine. On the chief prosecutor's coat, but it's in black and white photograph. Oh, good. They did mention that. Oh, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. It could be blood. No problem except you. Oh my gosh. Like, we need this coat to prove it. Mr. Wright, are you just gonna sit there and take that kind of abuse? You got any better idea? Objection. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems like I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it. If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. You don't like it? Try and order the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Oh, okay. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. Beep, 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 boop, 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 boop. She killed without plan, pain, or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Wow, she's going full on. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in the photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. I love how they just most likely, like they have no proof. They didn't when they took her into custody. They didn't notice she had freaking gloves on. Like, it's great. Surgical gloves made with thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. What? Oh my god. These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder is a serious offense. No shit, Sherlock. Thank you. Witness, add this to your testimony. Oh, God. Now I have to go look. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves proved it. She just added it to the end. All right. Let's save this again. Oh my gosh. All right. Back. We gotta present something. I honestly still think it's weird that she was standing there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, poop off, Mr. Pooper. Mr. Poopity Poop. Okay. No, that's not right. I want not that one. I'm thinking maybe I'll be like, if you were going to deliver lunch, why were you standing at the frickin'... Ugh. What do we do? This is it. My sister is guilty. Let's just keep our heads on cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking. Don't. It always is fun. Don't smile at me like that. Oh, wait. Sorry, I keep doing this. Let's try this again. Okay. This time I'm serious. Okay. I think I need more caffeine. I want to go to the very end, but not too far. Alright, let's press her on this. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves? Like driving gloves? Gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. Why don't you just say that in the frickin' first place, that you wedgie wedge? In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Arg. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Ms. Starr. This is bad. She's got them thinking it was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial is already over. I've got to think of a way to show that it wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Ms. Starr's testimony is flawless. Alright, yeah, we got this. We got it. You're freaking out. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let's look at this stuff. We got Goodman's ID. We got King of the Prosecutors trophy. We got a knife. Actually, the knife, right? Because if she was premeditated, she'd already brought the frickin' thing, right? Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell lunchbox for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. Yeah, we know. The knife that was in Mr. Edwards' trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. Of course, that's why it's pink, buddy. The bloody murder weapon, the red car, it all belongs to the prosecutor there. Defendant is the chief prosecutor of the district, right? Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder. And that is why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important part of the thing, the murder weapon? Oh, you can always tell when he's getting like all saucy because he gets that little smile on his face, that little crinkled eyebrow, like, got you now, sucker. Oh! Oh yeah, now she's sweating. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Ah! Ah! She throws her boxes everywhere. Order, order, order! Great. Now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. No, no, no. Oh, he still does the finger waggle. Come on, bro. You need to get your own shtick. You know what I'm saying? Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. Oh, Jesus, Wedgie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But the shot's a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah! The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care about the lunch lady is that lunch lady over there. What? Shockface. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs to prove, and nothing else. Well, very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing... I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you! My powers of detection are not to be underestimated. Really now. Alright. Angel's deduction. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor has a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Okay, wait. Victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office? It does sound like a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? Except you have no proof that she was summoned. What are they talking about? So if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning on kill the delivery boy? In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Angel's deduction. That had nothing to do with what she saw at all, by the way. That was not. She did not listen to or respond to what the prosecutor wanted. All right. You said that, but you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie! I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she is about to tell. Thank you, Judge. That was very helpful. Try not to interrupt her again. Oh, fuck off. Rookie. Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. Something's half-baked here, alright, and it's you. Oh my god. Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect intends to murder the victim? Her actions speak for themselves. No. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. We don't have any proof of that. Okay. Exactly! I'm like, this is just bad writing at this point. You have no proof that Miss Sky called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. Oh god, it's like the vaccination question all over again. This I can't remember what this incorrect logic, but I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts? Yes, dude. Go through a basic like freaking debate class or something. There's no record of a call made on the defendant Ms. Lana Sky's phone. She might have written him a letter. What? Come on, you could have tried public phone first at least. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered. I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness? Why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. It's because you didn't have a grudge. Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? Oh my god, like... Oh, geez, this is going to be like a straw man argument or something. I don't even know. Like, what's going on here? How am I supposed to know? I see. We agree that there is a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree? No. No, I don't. I don't agree. No. I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. No, buddy. I'm salty at this storyline, but not... This judge isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It is simple. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge a knife in again and again. A human machine? That's a contradiction. Please. You can't find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright. Note to self, Mr. Edgeworth's size smell like citrus fruit. What? She's totally in love with Wedgie, and it's kind of weird because he's trying to get her sister killed, but whatever. You say again and again. How many times did she stab him exactly? We often say chop into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done? How come she's getting mad at me? Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Leave it at that? This is a murder case, people. Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know. I know, but this is so funny and so ridiculous. Ms. Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looks when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really sets her off. The short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact. I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick would burn longer. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Lana Sky intended to murder Detective Goodman. Yeah, we got it. She called him all the way there. Can't prove it. Sure, had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive a human machine to plunge the knife in it again and again. Right, we're gonna present the thing saying he was chopped once. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. This is moss surprise. Ew. I'm afraid the moss is growing under your feet as we wait, Ms. Star. Pouty face. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but to take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. What a hunk! He's my hero, really. What about my objection? No one noticed. Well, witness? You got the crime scene set right. Oh my god. No thanks. I always believed that no one could mistake ketchup for blood, but now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood on her breast. Ew. What? Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Tell us what you thought you saw was blood. Testify! Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. I don't know what that means. Her red muffler? Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. Oh yeah. Then you would know it wasn't blood, you dummy. So she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. Yeah, you are a choker. That's not a good thing either. Ms. Sky was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait, isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. Judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes. I mean, kinda. Actually, I think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. It was only one knife wound. Apparently, Ms. Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chance. Chance for what, I wonder? Ms. Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looks when we met her. Challenging her ability, blah blah blah. Yeah, okay, we already got this part. Go through this. Yes, talk about the candle. You're so wrong about that. Like, what are you talking about? Okay. That's why she called the prosecutor. Had a grudge against her victim. Red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. She didn't have her. She didn't have her. Aha! She didn't have her scarf on. Present, bitches. Ms. Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph. You know what, Edgy? Stop stealing our thunder, okay? But that can't be! Throw my boxes. Only a professional lunch lady would be so utterly clueless. Rude. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What about my objection? Chopped liver? But it was there! A scarf! No, not that, but something red, really! Well, now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. This is like so confusing. Like I don't even what is this? I don't know what to do. It's crazy. Okay. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might be the moment of truth. Probably not, because it's only the beginning of the game, so I'm assuming no. Apprehending the suspect. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explaining her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's why it had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. Why did she mention it? You're quite determined about the scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. Well, that's also a snake. That's great. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra's kind of a snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. I mean, that's fair. That is great. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Really? An oil drum? Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Wow. Sounds like she's kind of in love with her, too. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Apprehension. The suspect. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition to her side. So this partition on the floor plans, I'm sure she means the wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. What did you do then? I quickly caught her and explained her rights to her on the spot. You said quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details. Press her. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The Lunchland car was... She was a visitor, thus she parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here? That would make about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Ms. Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing! The cough-up queen lunch lady athlete, indeed. It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. How did Miss Sky not get away? Ah, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. What the freaking was... She's obsessed with this muffler. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remember exactly, it would have told you in my testimony, cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word? So, heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... Ask further. By phone, do you mean... By cell phone, do you mean the cell phone discovered the crime? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately. My memory is like a salmon headed upstream, you see. Oh my god, I don't even. At least the food is not making me hungry this time. Like, every time they've mentioned food in this game, I've been like, now I want a burger, now I want a steak. Now I do not want a salmon. She does not make things sound tasty. No, the court doesn't see Miss Star. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there's an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order. And so she used her cell phone? Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing. Whatever happened to good testifying? You should of course add this to your testimony. The thing I do to please the rookie defense attorney. The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. So obviously you need to look in the muffler of the car. I saw it all. How she tried the phone on the wall, but it had to use her cell instead. So you were just standing there? Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha! I was going to ask the same thing! Oh, Judge. You old Kalooty Coot. Silly, silly man. Okay, I'll only say this one time, so listen. Right, exactly. She could see around, like, through the divider, because she has x-ray eyes, the lunch lady x-ray eyes. Only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim, ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled out her own cell phone out of her own pocket. Whatever. And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. Then I boldly grabbed her arm. The chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? Alright, we're gonna just present it right away. God damn it. Present the stupid thing! Present! Ms. Star, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Lana Skye.
Objection!
The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Yeah, sure. That's what you say. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You, who together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Star, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it up. All up. Ahem. Let's look at the floor plans. Not discuss your weird coughing thing. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, that's true. You couldn't possibly have seen Miss Skye making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm gonna get? The emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in block B. B block, you could not have seen it. What? Order! What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. Nice. Girl. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you could allow me a question? Tell us exactly what the lie this witness is told in the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about where she saw it. This guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What's significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it. Pointless to lie, I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. That it would mean Miss Starr witnessed it from a crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call me a lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? Hey, Graf, how's it going? We are doing some objection time. Welcome to the club. All the testimony we've heard now and points to one direction. Ah, nice. The place from where Ms. Starr witnessed the crime. It was the freaking security room. Take that! Take that! This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security guard room in the parking lot is well positioned. It is built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see from the emergency phone from there. Well, why there? There are many other places she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. Only place she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security room, yes? Well, Miss Starr. Sweaty, sweaty face. How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today a man has got the better of Angel Star. You're welcome. Yeah. And her hat's kind of like a bento box with a little, like the little rice thingy. Yeah. She's got a lot of, and she always makes food metaphors and snake metaphors, but mostly food metaphors. Order, order, witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. Okay, yeah. So it kind of, I can't tell if it's like a squid or if it's like a, it's probably like a squid or an octopus kind of a thing. But it also could be like a hot tamale. But no, you're right. I think it's more of a. But see, yeah, you can see that the thing on her head is the Japanese rice. I can't think of the word for it. Oh, they like squish off the side, the end of one side. Yeah. She's got a look. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished, and I do what I must to make sure justice prevails. Guilty. Is she talking about Miss Starr? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make any sense. Yes, yes, yes. The Oni girl. Exactly, exactly. She's the lunch lady, by the way. The lunch lady totally did it. She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells it all. The photograph, it was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. Objection! It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If the witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Yeah, not me. Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Oh, okay. So, by the way, the first day was like over 3 weeks ago that I played this, so I can't really remember either. But basically, another prosecutor is now on trial. Like a Wedgie's boss is on trial for murder of a police officer, and the girl with the little glasses who was talking to us is her little sister, because you always have to have a little sister sidekick because the Fae ladies are out of town, you know. So we got sister sidekick and prosecutor sister who's being accused of murder, who's not saying anything in her own defense, by the way. And Wedgie is back on prosecuting duty. And this lunch lady supposedly saw everything. Okay. But she used to be a detective until she got kicked off the force by Wedgie and prosecutor sister. Yeah, no, I haven't really played it very much. Since you've been gone. Yeah, no, I haven't really played it very much. I think I ended the last one, so I don't know if you were there for that. So you probably only missed one, which was the first day of this. Which really didn't teach us anything. It was a lot of, like, flashbacks. They did a lot of flashbacks for some, filler for the game. Do you think I missed anything, Steven? Oh, okay. Like, I don't know why the prosecutors keep getting framed for murder, but they need to really look at their situation. Okay, good. I got it all in there. They really need to reevaluate how they do things, because they seem to piss a lot of people off. Ms. Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station, but she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What would change? The picture, you dummy! Difference in lighting, distance to the crime, angle of view to the crime. Oh, god damn it. Difference in lighting? I want to say angle of view of the crime, right? Why the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change. The angle? What do you mean? Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and, she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime, and this is important. Why? Ah, damn it. Would you like to reconsider? I want to say the stupid picture, right? But it changes the distance between her and the crime scene. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plan and it's quite clear. The distance between the crime scene and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Skye? Well, witness? You. Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? Quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for a boyfriend. Yep, that's how it works. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running toward the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it.
Oh my god.
That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block. That's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
5 minutes?
This changes things considerably. It is a long time. No doubt. I know, right? Like, how did she take the picture? That was 5 minutes after the crime? Like, come on. But it was that woman over there, and the defendant's sure stabbed him. I know I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear I don't want to find this plastic spork. You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention. Stop sucking up, Judge. That's embarrassing. You're embarrassing all of us. Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely.
Sporks are handy. I would not have gotten through grade school without them, definitely. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? Raise an objection. Heck yeah. Objection! 5 minutes between witnessing the murder and the arrest. You could make pasta in that amount of time if you like it al dente. I've got lunch boxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But if you have the instincts of a killer, you would run. But this time was different. Miss Skye dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act that way. It's inconceivable. You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. Oh, she got upset. Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. I guess so. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Oh. Mr. Edgeworth, is next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. You don't screw it. I don't know. I got nothing. I'm afraid the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Jesus H. Harmony. Like, hold it! Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me. Lunch lady land, lunch lady land. I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? Wow. I feel like he's dismissing her, not so much the food, but being like, bitch, I know where you've been, and I ain't playing. Like, I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What? What was that? This is another one of her trick lunch boxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask you, Miss Starr. Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple decker. Out of deference to the witness determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Oh, for God's sakes. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Really? You just want to chow down, dude. Come on. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. She carries a lot of boxes. She's already thrown like 30 of them in the air for dramatic effect, and then she's like given away or tried to give away a lot. So there's just like, and I don't know where she's keeping them either. Like I'm like, does she have? I think she has a Mary Poppins bag, to be honest. Okay, she's going to pull out her lunchbox this time. Also, lunchbox could be like a metaphor for something because they've been using a lot of metaphors, but this is a kid's game, so we're not going to go there. Decisive evidence. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now is the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. How does she know that? One was of course the victim's. The other blood type matched that of the defendant, Ms. Lana Sky. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. What? There was blood found on the shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what is the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. Oh my god. And you had blood tests performed? Right? She really is. I didn't mention it. Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without approval of the police department. I know, right? In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is sure celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, the shoe has already been tested by members of the forensics department. I mean, it's kind of crazy, right? Like, as you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Uh-oh, he's got the crazy eye going. He's got the wedgie look. Nuh-uh! Is this right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Mr. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. I would not call that sullen. I could at least study some evidence law, really? You could at least study some law. And he's like, why bother? Nobody gives a shit in this world anyway. Come on. Who are we kidding? Nobody. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that the evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. Victim shoe added to the court record. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Decisive evidence. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. Yeah, no shit. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? Guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, 5-minute blank means nothing. Then why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This when the suspect is admitting she did it? But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Star. Let's just get this over with. Seriously, dude. Like, we're all exhausted. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? No, you did not. And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the police prosecutor, notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One, of course, was the victim's. So you brought it to the forensics department? If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by forensics experts. And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. Yeah, I know, right? And that is kind of a big, it's kind of a big problem right there. And the blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. Look how like open-faced and happy, smiley he looks, and he's wearing white. He's got the white hat. He clearly is the good guy, right? And his name is Goodman. As I said, there are 2 types of blood found on the shoe. The other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, Ricky. Well, speak up! Well, blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from blood test whether the murder was committed in cold blood. Yeah, no one likes that joke. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. A. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all blood tests out there, which means we can more or less narrow down any sample of blood down to just one person. So I hear. That's pretty specific. I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they said there were very little doubt. But they said there is very little doubt it could be anyone's but Ms. Lana Skye's. So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that. This shoe proves it. It's flawless evidence. Decisive evidence. Alright. We need to look at this shoe. Let's look at this shoe. White enamel shoe. Who wears white enamel shoes? Bears traces of blood from Goodman and Lana Skye. Wait a minute. Dude, it's before Labor Day and he's wearing white shoes. That is, you know what? Serial mom killed him. That's what did it, because he was faux pas. You don't wear white before or after Labor Day, okay? You only wear it between Memorial Day and Labor Day. Everybody knows that. Since police never had the evidence they cannot authenticate it. Yeah, there was a whole chain of evidence. She stole the evidence. She tampered with it. Like, she should be in jail right now. Plus, she, like, lied on the witness stand. I mean, plus, she used way too many food metaphors. That should just be a crime in and of itself. Like, woo, woo, woo. Anyway, yeah. No, totally. And her logic behind things was really making my head hurt earlier. Okay. The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. Okay. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. Ew! You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Like, why does she have these options? Some like it hot, Mr. Right. I like that movie. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. But dang, Mr. Right, do you not have a problem with his shoe? A problem? This is critical. Where is the problem with the victim's shoe? Is there a problem? There's a problem. If I'm not imagining things, I said there is one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you? Patow! Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence. Oh. Well, he stepped on the blood, and there's blood on the shoe, on the top. Take that! I know, she's totally insane. I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't Westmith me, rookie, or it'll be blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. Makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe? Ah, shit. Alright, which evidence do we give them? There's no like blood anywhere on the ground. Let's do this one. Let's see if that works. Or yeah, I think it's just that one. Take that! Problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why aren't there any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about the shoe. Objection! This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Objection, objection, objection. It's like an objection volley in tennis. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order, order! Well, witness? What? Sweaty, sweaty. Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of footprint is contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh, that is true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. I'm thinking hard. My brain might explode. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Hold it. Uh-oh. The waggy finger. I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside and kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr! I thought that was a strange thing for a normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that. I'm not sure. I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently, you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Ah, for fuck's sake. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Aha! You don't mean. Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason, and one reason alone. To erase the blood stains that would become evidence against her. What? That ties things up quite nicely. The blood stain left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, this guy's right hand was hurt. She didn't say she cut herself when she stabbed him. So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe. Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please! What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she's tried to conceal it. But enough. There is no reason for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. This court defines the defendant, Ms. Lana Skye. Hold it! Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you just say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Oh god, another lunchbox. This lunchbox called evidence. Crazy. I don't even know where this is going. I don't know what to do. I'm just whirlwind. Like, what's gonna happen? Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments, and you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this. Another friggin' photograph? I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. Huh. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in this photo. Where? I don't see asphalt. Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. Now he has time to contemplate. In the darkness of his mind, the sphere of nothing. And onward and so forth and inward. I'm so sorry, Mia. I failed you. And he just sits there. What? Right. What or not? Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Ah, jeez, with the puns. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good. No. Objection! Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? I can't hand down my verdicts in peace anymore. Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at the photograph, at least one, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, right. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there is a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Oh, you think so, huh, buddy? Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem with this photograph. There is something in the muffler. Okay, his shoe is off, dude. Well, it's probably there, don't you think? As your elder, Mr. Wright, let me give you a piece of advice. When you point to something, at least remember to keep your eyes open. I believe he's trying to say that no one's falling for your bluff, Mr. Wright. Open your eyes, Mr. Wright. Think scientifically. Okay, what am I supposed to be pointing at? He's got... Well, if it was wet, wouldn't it have been washed off? Alright, fine. Point him at his feet. Alright, fine. I'm gonna point at the muffler. Screw you and this whole thing. By the way, he looks very relaxed for a dead guy. The problem in the photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, you just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part of a car or a motorcycle, Your Honor. Jesus H. Christ. Like, I'm not a car person, and I knew that. Okay? Like, I've seen a car, so I'm pretty sure that the judge lives in, like, a marshmallow land. And that's where his brain is, and that's what he eats all the time. Just think about this. Part of the exhaust system, a pipe. I see, and I see. What's that suspicious-looking claw sticking out of the car's muffler? So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Flip the hair. Nothing! Absolutely nothing! Sorry, Ms. Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why it's important to this case. I know, she's done this like 4 times now, so she's kind of the surprise lunch lady. In fact, we've already told us why it's important to this case. You said as much in your testimony. She's taken a lot of photographs she should not be taking. What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth and the muffler is related to this case. Lunch and evidence. Okay, take it back. Why is it important? Oh, the word muffler was overheard while making a call. Let's present that. Ms. Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's when she confused me in my earlier testimony. Muffler? Ah! Arr! It could be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe. If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh! See? She threw them all. She threw all the boxes. And yet she'll have more. Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? Find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. I bet you do, Mr. Marshmallow Man. We will leave any questions unanswered here. We do a disservice to the law.
We have the car at the crime scene. Inspect it at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Whew! That was close. But we made it, for at least now. This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. We've had like 3 boxes of bento. What are you talking about? He's still hungry? See, look at this. Me and Phoenix, we know. We know. To be continued. Yeah. Saving the content, baby. Yes, we are saving. Because we are that excited. Back in the back. Don't talk back. Oh, she's so sad. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court Lobby, number 2. Mr. Wright? What is it? Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there? Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. Nice. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. Why aren't we there? Why is she being seen without her lawyer present? Oh my god. Oy vey. Like, all I know about the law is what I've seen, Law and Order, you know what I'm saying? But this makes my head hurt. So where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. Oh, this mother effer. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. Marshall. That's what they told me when I was a youngin' at least. Officer Marshall. Thought I'd come back to take a look to see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in an enemy's territory. That hard to slip out, huh? When you're going over there anyway. All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? That whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. What the fuck is he drinking? Oh, you don't say. Now, don't that all just beat all? Now I've seen the red breeze blow her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the awards ceremony that afternoon, Edgeworth's seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? The photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. They took it in a different day, dude. Or she shoved the scarf up the muffler. She stuffed it. Okay, I'm not gonna. It's fine. It's fine. I'm getting a little punch drunk at this point. I was gonna say something about a muffler and a muff up the muff. You know what? It's fine. So Ms. Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let the bull go where it will. Time will tell. I like how he's drinking on the job in the courthouse. It's just like, ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. So what are we swimming in now, Mr. A? I would say poo-poo caca, but that's just me. If it's steak sauce, I could hook you up with some fine ribs. Woo-hee! No, not steak sauce, my friend. Don't do that. February 23rd, 12:32 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Her I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Edgy's on edge. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, and you're sweating bullets. Are you having a heart attack? That furrowed brow, those gritted teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over. Your back is bent. It can't be. This can't be happening. I wonder what's happening to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it's time we continued with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. You know, the one they should have done before. Setting the trial. This is unacceptable. Seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me, knock knock. Judge? Who is there? Oh, for God's sakes, look at this outfit. Dude, if he's not a preacher, I'm gonna frickin' die. What's with this guy? I mean, he's got the God music already, and he's got like a cross tie. A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Whoa! Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when this man came in. Is he the devil? Who on earth is he? Ah, it's you! He's got hypnotic eyes, you see that? Oh, sorry I'm late. Oh gee, the roads were packed, it's just me. Long time no see, eh? Oh gee, how you been? Swim much these days? Ah, hello. No, I've been so busy. Ah, busy, smizzy. Oh gee, my boy, you have to make time to relax. Ah, yes indeed. Ah gee, it seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. I'm very afraid. I'm sorry, but who are you? Ha ha ha! So you're the right the attorney. I've heard so many good things about you, son. Yeah, thanks. So sorry about our little worthy giving you a little trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. He wants to get you naked and wet. Little worthy? Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police? Holy crap. What is this guy? Oh. Oh my gosh, yes. So apparently he is the chief of police. Although it explains why they have such a stupid mascot. He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Look at that. I thought he was gonna be like some kind of religious guy. Cause look at that tie. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Oh, he's definitely a double. Pleased to meet you, everyone. Like, he is going to, like, rip his face off and be like, I am the devil, and now you are all my subjects. Bow kneel before Lucifer. So what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since the last time you came to this courtroom, hasn't it? So, like, that's what I was saying, like a cult leader, like a religious cult leader. Yeah. Yes! The poison Kool-Aid. Absolutely. Or what did Heaven's Gate take? They took something and then covered their faces and left out their Nikes. That was creepy as fuck when it happened. 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Ms. Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think that that was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. Oh, he's twiddling his hair. That's weird. On little Worthy's car, no less. And he just stops and is like, meh. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? That's a really good question, Edgeworth. If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I have no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature there. Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean this mess that you made. It's the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah! The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Why the hell are you asking me to do this? Yes, well, I think you all have to do is push that switch, and if I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. All right, I think that one's too obvious. I think we all got the joke. But if I cut my finger, I won't be able to point at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Oh my god, it's doing it itself. It's doing this itself. And what does it say? It's the thing! SL92. That's the thing that, What? Don't scare me like that! Why would they have him do it? I don't know. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And the dark red stain. Blood. Switchblade knife added to court record. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but I could ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police, and this knife. Sure thing! Not even one little one, really. Department in disorder. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between the knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. Uh-huh. Alright, well, we're gonna press him. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Uggy. We haven't exactly announced it yet.
Objection!
Wait a second. You said 5:15? The exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office? I know, right? A bonus trial. It's a trial within a trial. It's those little those Russian nesting dolls. Trial within a trial within a trial. A bento box of trials, if you will. Lunchbox of trials. Nom nom noms. Anyway, we went to the department. We were all flustered, as you might well assume. Exactly, bento boxes all the way down. Exactly. Turtles. Okay, we were in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places? Chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Yeah, of course I got that reference. Keep your questions focused on the case at hand. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Excuse me, special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Rhino, but I can't say that now, not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why is there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. It might be. I'll have to look at the car again, but it's written down on a piece of paper too. This knife was found at the scene of our crime. Exactly. it's mufflers all the way down. I think that makes or in. I don't know. It's something. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. Wow, it's delicate, okay? Sorry, Rhino. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Yes, we know. Let's examine the knife while we can, Rhino. Don't call me Rhino. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that had me stumped all this time. So how are things down at the department? That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. So there's like, we had this paper right here. Right? And then, where's the car? Where's the second car photo? Where'd she put it? Okay, yeah. No, the first envelope is the, died. It was the, coroner's report. See, I think this is it. I think it's upside down. So I think it's like, why it's not letting me move it? I think this is the SL9. And this is 212. Yeah, we got this one like the first day and it made no freaking sense, so I sat there for a really long time looking at it, so. Okay. Press! Hold it! Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, Righto, my boy. Sharp, hungry. So something did happen, and why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter. I understand. You were busy with that Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. But not that day, because we couldn't have the knife. On the same day the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot? Another detective was killed at the police department? Haha, that's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Ugly? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto. I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one! This kid is sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Where was the victim found? How was the victim killed? When the victim died? We already know when the victim died, so we know, and we know he was at the police station. How was he killed? How was the detective killed? Oh, how was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the forest call a stabbing with a knife. A knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What? What do you mean? There are more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. Seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder. The time of the crime was 5:15. Scary coincidence, huh? 5:15? But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling, but I'd like to say there's a 0.001 chance of that happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. How can you say that there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto, you understand? Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to it. Maybe there's something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I better find it and get to the bottom of this. Two detectives were killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife. What's it doing here? I better check this knife out. Yeah, we already checked the knife out. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove connection between the two and Goodman, we're going to present it, yeah. Wait a second. Ah, at last, an honest goodness objection. This knife has something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? And honest to goodness, what do you mean from Udgy? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7S 220? No. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turned around, and what do you get? SL9. Aha! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing as written on the knife's tag. Order, order. Well, Chief? Ah, well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case, and it was stolen from the department's evidence room. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute, this knife was evidence was stolen from a case? Tell us more about that, bruh. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. Was evidence, you say? Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's Scar? Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Oh wait, no, we already did this. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Go, go, go. Go forward, sir. Go forward and be free. No, god damn it, I pressed the wrong one again. You know what? I bet it's our favorite detective that they just arrested, because, you know, that's... where was the victim found? I can't speak on to where the corpse was found, but I can see the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. What? The evidence room? Wait a second. I have heard of that. The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? The knife in the evidence room was stolen from the department's evidence room. There is the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? Happy? We just can't hand our ticket to town on this case. Go to town on this case. Go pound town on this case. With a link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Yeah, we're just gonna present this. Objection! Oh, wait. Oops! Where'd it go? Where'd it go? My screen disappeared. Dang it! Okay. So I think that she and Mr. Compadre Officer Marshall did the murders in tandem because they're both pissed. Because he used to be a detective too, and then he got bumped down to patrol. Okay. So it has to be something. God damn it. Don't do that. But here, okay, this was found at the crime scene. And neither likes Edgeworth, and apparently they really hate his boss. So what do we show as evidence that the two crimes are related? Like, you're gonna love this. The time of the crime was 5:15. Scary coincidence, huh? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do I have to do it like when? So what the hell do I show him? Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? Back, y'all. I'm gonna save. Save me from this crazy day. Because this was stolen. It's clear, contradicts our thoughts. Oh no, it doesn't? Ugh. You know what? Ah. Okay. I have to calm down. Think this one through. Okay. So the guy was killed in the department. Alright, where was the victim found? Because I still think it's the stupid... That is the connection, is the frickin'... So then how do we prove that they were... Do I just show this again? I'm gonna show him the Blue Badger panel. Yeah, that's what I've showed him like 3 times. And it's not working. So I don't know, like... I will show him one more time. And the guy's like, I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Well, yeah, right? Oh, it's like Cinderella's slipper. Wherever we find the other end of it, we'll figure out who's killed by it, right? So I don't know why why that's not working, because that's the only thing that ties them together. What do you think about this witness statement? I'm not sure I follow. Clear contradicts the, I thought. Nope. Already did that one. Lana's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime. Poor sis. Oh, maybe that's it. Alright, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go back. Let's do this thing. It's not officially linked to this here, so I can't talk about it much. Apparently it was not. Your was so faulty. I'll penalize you. Right? Oh my god, I'm getting tired. Okay. I don't know anymore either. This is getting weird. Okay. Wait. Back. Load. And it's probably something obvious and I'm just not, not seeing it. Let me just present it. Okay. Your Honor, what do you think about the witness statement? I'm not sure I follow. Oh, okay. I want to go back to Little Inferno and just burn stuff. Check something. awkward.
DL6?
Maybe it's a case number. Maybe I should check the court record again. Okay. Check the court record. Wait, what was... No, that doesn't have a court record number. Yeah, but I wonder if it was like the 2 years ago thing she keeps mentioning. He's a top dog at the PD. He thinks he's a cowboy. "30? Wow, he did not age well if he is 30. We're totally missing something. What was it doing there? Yeah, exactly. I better check this knife out. Yes! It's not faulty. I want him to check the freaking weapon out. Yeah, why isn't he saying who got killed? Okay, I am going to go get a drink of water. Maybe get some caffeine, and I will be back in 5 minutes. Walk away, they say. Walk away, and you'll be happier. Alright. Be right back. Wait, what am I doing? Yeah. fag was nibbling. Oh, I can't drink coffee now. I will not sleep for 2 days. Okay, so do we have an idea? Thank you. Yeah, right? I'm just gonna start like randomly putting stuff up there. Alright, you know what? So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. It was, in fact, a murder weapon. Nice, nice, nice. Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe. Oh, there you can kind of see the name of the, yeah, S6V9 is what it looks like. Or it's 88V9 or something, I don't know. Edsworth's car. Hard to think there isn't any connection there. Okay. That's just press it against me. Something happened at the police burn too, huh? Yeah, you got it. Detective was killed. Police department. See what a mess. I know, I already forgot too, man. This is just like, oh, my brain is in the washing machine. On the same day the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. That is a fact! Surprising, isn't it, Udgy? I'm at a loss for words. Right? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested them, in fact. Just arrested. That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, righto? I suppose I could help if you could help me giving data on your case. Oh, good one. The kid's sharp. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Where the victim was found. See, this is important, right? Yeah, so this is where we should be able to say, you know, that it is connected. which is why I presented the fucking name in the first place. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. They didn't flip the stupid... Oh, they did flip it. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Did I not press on this one? Chief. The defense position is simple as this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Wait, I thought we already did this. Ha, you don't say. Well, out with it, Mr. Righto. Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is this a place, mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number of the case of the knife's evidence bag. Seriously, like I can't, that's so stupid. Like I can't believe I didn't, I thought I pressed on all of them and apparently I didn't. Oh my god. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for this to be a coincidence. Look at those eyes. The whites in his eyes. I think he just blinks several times. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right there. Chief, I request that you release the information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet, and all. We can get the information unofficially? Oh. Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What, really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim of the department, okay? Yeah, we're definitely pressing on that. If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Oh, well, in case information is tricky stuff, you have to do everything properly. Oh, well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. The victim's ID number. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it's from that. Of course not. You wouldn't tell me their name after all. You keep a tight lid on ID numbers so you don't go getting your hopes up. The number is... I love how he waits, the dramatic. 5842189. Oh, that's quite long. We have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82. I can't do it. Didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department. And it tells me something. It's got to, right? Okay. Right? I think. Meaning, it has to be what I think it is. Yeah. Fake it till you make it, baby. What does this mean? I love the close-up. Do. Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You said the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? Okay, I can't even read that. How am I supposed to know that that's the number on his police department thing? Oh, wait, back. Oh, it says it right there. Duh! Ah! Wait, back. Present. Take that! My turn. Exactly. You just have to like lead with authority of your own. Oh, everyone should very confused. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. Oh, Jesus. Give me strength. Give me strength. No, it's just I got confused. And this is news? Huh? He's come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. He likes it like that. The police department, the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Rhino. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Wait! That ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That was started with 82. I've forgotten. Didn't even get the first number right. Again. The number the chief police gave us was 5842189.
Objection!
Wait a second, right? What does this mean? That is what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as a tack, Rhino, sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed in the police department, in the evidence room, at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what you're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time. And in a completely different location? Order. Chief, what does this mean?
Objection!
No. I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine. But I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error, Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare you? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait! Ah! That. Oh my god, I forgot about this guy! Oh, and look at his hand! It's all fudged up. Maybe he's the one who killed him. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on premises? I'm here, sir. It's the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman was murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Ah! Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure that officer was capable of making the connection. He didn't seem challenged. Whoa. Things that we couldn't get away with now, huh? Anyways, there's a serious error of gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy.
Objection!
But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then and he just stares at you, hypnotizing you with those eyes. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say unworthy? What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, rule number 2. Like a deuce. Rule deuce. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Look at his eyes bugging. Wow, his eyes really are bugging bad. Right? Wedgie move the body? Ooh. That's why she covered it up, because she didn't want him to get in trouble too. That's why she slammed the water down so his feetsies, his little tootsies wouldn't get marked. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on the list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this until evidence till a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Rido over there. Good job, Rido, my boy. Oh my god. The police really hate the prosecutors. Huh? Just do my job, sir. No! No! It seems we have come to the end of this trial. The soldiers... I know, right? Like, he had enough problems in the last trial. I know what you're going through a tough time, Worthy. With all those rumors. Poor Wedgie Wedge. You were even in the defender's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if this is the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. Holy shit. That was a lot, guys. That was ridiculous. Yes, we want to save it. We're going to save it. Yes, I'm going to say that. I am exhausted from that. That was like so much. Obviously, because at the end I was doing stupid mistakes. Oh my gosh. I know. It would have been over in like that whole thing.
So it's 3:07, but like I've taken a break, and so it was probably like 2 hours and 45 minutes, and it was mostly lunch lady land, doing all sorts of weird shit, trying to be important again or something. I don't know what the hell her deal was. The cops are super shady about this right now, though. Super shady. So the cops did something. So one of the Popo did the killing, right? I think I don't think Edgeworth knew because he looked really pissed and confused. So I think that yeah, I think Lunch Lady is totally out the window. I think she was just trying to be important and get back to being a detective. So I think she was a red herring. A red herring. But I think our prosecutor lady, the prosecutor sister, I think she's the one who dragged the body over the uh to the to the courthouse, stuck him in Edgeworth's trunk, stabbed him to make it look like the stab, but he was really stabbed by the old knife in in um in the evidence room. So like he was stabbed by the evidence, and it was probably Cowboy Boy who did it because Goodman realized that that was a clusterfuck, and he was proving that they did it wrong. And she had a CYA, so she was like, let's just put the body at the other place and confuse people. Um, so that's why she feels like she's guilty, because she did aid and abet after the crime. I think, yeah, I think she definitely put the murder weapon. I think the murder weapon was still in the guy, in Goodman, so she had to pull it out, wrap it up, and hide it. And she was telling the person who was helping her, it's in the muffler, like, get it out. But then freaking Lunch Lady jumped in. I know. There's so many crimes. So Lunch Lady jumps in, interrupts the whole muffler talk. The person has to run. So she's like, "Oh, I gotta make sure that they only know that I'm here." So then she busts the water jug over to cover up for this other person. And I don't think it's Edgeworth because he's too edgy. Like Wedgie can't do a crime, right? So I think it was Cowboy Hat. And our star witness, the police commissioner, knows that everybody is super shady and is now trying to cover it up and be all hokey dokey about it. Yeah. I don't Okay, so what she did, so this is what she did. So we found out, no. Let's go back. No, 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 no. Options. I'm gonna load it, this other one. So what we found out is that she was not where she said she was. So she was actually in the security room. And there's stairs behind the security room right here, which they don't show on this picture. But she ran down all the way down to this door right here between the telephone and the security room, but it was locked. So then she had to go back to the security room and go down, apparently, all the way down this way, because there's a hallway that's not on this diagram either. Run all the way back down and go back to this door over here, come out, take the picture right here, jump over the fence, and then tackle the prosecutor here. So there's like that's the 5 minute. why unless she's liable in that case. And they had a conversation like, arrest me. I think she's just a red herring. I think she's just a crazy person. And she totally has been lying, but she's been lying to make herself seem more important. Like, I'm the one who figured out this case. It's all, all these people are so corrupt and all this kind of stuff. So I think she's just like the drama queen. Like we had the security guard in the last episode, or the episode with the it was the second one where they went to the TV studio lot, and she was like all dramatic, but she actually wasn't a bad person. She was just crazy. So I think this is our crazy person. Or like the one where we were at the lake when Edgy did it, and we had the lady with the big hair, and she was trying to make herself seem more important too. They really have a thing about women like overstating themselves. That's low key. That's low key hostile to me. But so I think she was trying to set it up. So she was like, I'm so good at taking evidence, and they fired me because she got fired for being a cop. And so she thinks, and the prosecutors are the ones who fired her, like top, sister prosecutor and Edgy. So she has a real like hatred for them. So she was like, I'm gonna make sure all the evidence is straight. So I'm gonna take this picture to show she was definitely in the car, and then I'm gonna take another picture of showing the dead body with a shoe off, and I'm gonna take the shoe and have it, and it is a very you know what? I think it's one of those like Japanese ones where they like you drive your car into the loading piece, and then like right here, and then it actually cranks up and it like locks your car into a box. They don't really have them in America very much, but I've seen them like in Europe and things like that, and I've seen a couple. I saw one in like San Francisco, so like very like tight cities might have them, but it's a lot of work and they're really expensive because they're like, it's like, I don't know, there's a lot of mechanics, and you have to like lock the boxes, and then they had to like come back down, and it's a whole thing. So yeah, so like when basically you park in one of these two spots, you get out, and then the technician like rolls your car, or it automatically rolls your car up. I'm not sure, but that's why there's only two. But I could be, because that's what I think this thing up here is. I think, but I could be wrong. There might only be 6 parking spots for prosecutors. Who knows? But there's this weird little spot up here, and I was like, maybe that's what the like. Where's the? I don't think they have a picture of it. See how there's like, it's like there's that landing dock thing that she's stepping up onto. That's why I was like, ugh. And when you look at it, like when you're in that area, it looks like a whole cranky. I don't know. Yeah, so like it slides it over. It's really, I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, so I think she's just like really pissed at the department, so she's trying to show them that she's a good detective, and then she's also like made this whole case inside of her head, the story of why, the motive of why this prosecutor would kill the detective. So it's like she had this whole, giant conspiracy in her head. Because I feel like she's like the big-haired lady with her camera and like making up stories to like make it seem better about Edgy being the one who murdered them, when she didn't see anything. Seriously, low-key hostile. But I could be wrong. I mean, she might be involved because I thought before she might be involved with Cowboy Man, and they were the one like, and they had a whole thing going because Cowboy Man was also demoted at the same time, and he's been like, so he went from detective to. Let me see. Let's go back. There's not press present. Where is it? The characters sheets. Where is it? Oh, maybe because we're in which one from the second game? Is it like, oh, the oh, you mean like his best friend with stupid hair? Oh, yeah, the really like the very first, like the trainer one where you have like the guy with the glasses. You haven't seen him again until um they like they kind of like they mention him once at the end of Edgeworth's case, but you don't ever really get to talk to him again. So I'm assuming, yeah, the tutorial prosecutor. I think he hasn't come back yet, but I think he is coming back. Maybe Edgeworth will take a freaking break after this case and be like, I'm going to a beach. See the rest of you when hell freezes over. Like, that's what I would do if I was Edgeworth. I'm like, I'm sick of y'all. I am, you know, I was framed by my former mentor. I saw my father murdered before my own eyes. My newest boss is like seriously on the lowdown doing some shit. Like, I definitely. Let's see. I would definitely. Oh, here it is, court record. Okay. So, profiles. So this guy right here, Jake Marshall, a patrolman investigating the incident at the prosecutor's office. He thinks he's a cowboy. So he used to be a detective. They've mentioned that. The victim and a good man, detective in charge of homicide in Criminal Affairs Division 1. Mysterious lunch lady, witnesses to the murder, also known as the cough up queen. Because she makes maybe because she made the people she thought was guilty cough up the truth or something. I don't know. Right? Well, here's the sad thing: is Gumshoe is supposed to be 30. Look at this. Look at this face. This is a man. Do you know how much alcohol you have to drink to get your face to look like that at 30? Or he has like some kind of horrible aging disease. This, yeah, I mean, he has had a hard life. There is like he gets into bar fights. Like, he's going home drunk every night, and sometimes he doesn't make it home. He just parks his ass in on somebody's stoop and sleeps it off. That's what. Yeah. Like, I thought he was supposed to be aged around that age too. And so when I saw this, I was like, you have got to be fucking joking. Like, maybe just I know people who seem to like age better, but like this, okay, maybe, yeah. And this one's supposed to be 36. You know why? Because he lives a pure life. That's why. That's why he's got this face. But Gumshoe's been in the dirt. Okay, he's just been in the dirt. You look at this guy, just a baby face. A 36-year-old baby face. Like, what? Oh my God, right? Like this. Oh my God, do you remember that actor who was always super tan? And he was like, oh, he was like a really famous TV actor in the 80s, and now he's like comes back and does commercials and weird like things once in a while. But he was known for being tan. Like that was his thing, like super tan. That's what this guy reminds me of. Like it's his whole personality, just being way over tan at all, like in the winter and in summer and everything. It's just always that color. Oh, like fried chicken, man. I don't even know. And he definitely puts a lot of gel. He might put more gel in his hair than Phoenix does. I mean, because he was playing with it when he was on the witness stand trying to make it perfect and like get that zing going. And our boy barely touches his hair, so oh my god, this is crazy. Oh yeah, but how sad is it to go from detective to lunch lady? Like I don't know if I would really. Oh, I mean, girls got to eat, but that's an interesting choice. And why does he keep finding these nubile like high school girls who are just like, I'm gonna hang out with you and it's not gonna be creepy at all? This there's certain aspects of this game that did not age well. You don't need a 16-year-old peppy girl cheering you on from the sidelines. Like you're not a creepy middle-aged actor. Come on, you're better than that, Phoenix. Yes, exactly. They give them the big eyes and like the natural hair, and they're just like fresh face. Yeah, yeah. Mhm. Mia, Maya, whatever. And I kept getting those names confused. I think it's Maya. Yes, exactly. He has to, and it's like, and she was 17. So, you know, and Phoenix doesn't seem to have like any kind of handle on the law. So he is unaware that just employment wise, like you're not supposed to employ a 16-year-old who isn't actually in school. Like, did she get her GRD? Like, what GED, whatever it's called? I don't even know. I'm rambling now, and my brain is dead. There's so many weird things. Do people write like fan fiction about this? Like, yeah, like you would probably like I was thinking about it, like what like my mom really liked police procedurals, so like I knew stuff that I had seen in those. You know what's really funny? I took this class in college about psychology and the law, and the two groups of people who know the law, want to guess? Okay, it is lawyers and criminals. Those are the only two types of people that know anything about the law. I thought that was so hilarious. That's because they have to deal with it on a daily basis. I know it's terrible, right? Like when I was a therapist, I had a sliver of the law which pertained to me, and that's all I cared about. Like what would get me in trouble, and I had to know specific case things that like. I think there was one federal, but everything else was statewide. So there's like, yeah, nobody knows the law. Well, it's not so much that they get away with it. It's like the people that are in jail. They're like, well, now I know. Let me tell you about this law. And then they talk to other people like, well, why are you in jail? And then they're like, well, it's this law. Da, 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 da. Da. So they build up this huge, like, information thing about, you insecurity. Oh, oh yes. And there are definitely the people that I knew that were super sleazy, always like, but somehow like got away with it, were the ones who like had tutelage. And I'll just leave it like that. Let's say they were mentored. Those people know the law too, but they're criminals, so you know. Oh my god. Yeah, this case is weird. Oh yeah, don't trust the con. Yeah, when the con men come out, yeah. You and Bun have like the craziest, are gonna have the craziest stories. Like who has the more insane stories? The person who works on the 911 hotline operator, or the person who works security at a crazy freaking location? It's gonna be wild. Oh my gosh. I have no idea where this story is going. I mean, I don't know who is going to be caught, if it's going to be a big cluster, if they're all going down, or if this I think Damon here is going to be Teflon. I think he's going to get away with it even though everyone knows he's going to be like super deep in it. Because he plays the hokey so well, and I'm thinking that it's going to either be this one, Mr. Officer Marshall, or Angel Star, or both. But I think, oh well, see there you go. You know, there's also a thing called imposter syndrome. You should probably look into. It's where you think that you don't have it and you really are. So you know, just keep going. I think they arrested Mr. Gumshoe here. I think they're going to try to frame him because he's an idiot. But that'll be our next red herring is going to be Gumshoe, and we're going to have to save Gumshoe too. Um, but she, at least we can say Lana Sky from the death penalty. I don't. Does this play? Does Tokyo LA have the death penalty? I'm not sure. I don't know how this game does it. I mean, they don't even have laws, for court procedurals. It's all kangaroo courts. Who knows? That's I think that's just the job. You just gotta slide, man. It's gonna be okay. Just go with it. Ugh, I believe in you, Griff. Japanifornia. Japanifornia. Well, it should be that way for Japan. Yeah. Okay, guys. I definitely need a break. My brain is turned to goo. I don't know what it is about this game, but I just am always so tired. It's so ridiculous. I think it's all the loops and logic they make me go through. It's like I can't do it anymore. I don't know if down is up and up right is left. I don't know. Is it the sky blue or is it like daffodil? I don't know. Oh, that's true. California does, but like California has the death penalty. I don't think Japan has it. And that's what they were kind of saying that she was going to get. So maybe they do. I don't think they do. I don't know. Anyway, um, if you haven't already, Griff, there's like a bunch of new achievements and stuff in Guild Wars 2. Also, oh, I forgot to tell you guys, there's there's the free giveaway if you log into Guild Wars 2. They're giving away that macaw um, the macaw backpack and glider set, the wings. So if you don't have them already, all you have to do is log in, go into the Black Lion Trading Post and look under promotions, and it'll say free, and you just like you buy it, but it's like zero. Yeah, a lot of people are running around with them now. I always thought it was cute. I need to make like a new. Yeah, I need to find a new character that'll be like my little macaw. Macaw, macaw. Um, plus, free. So can't say no to free. Anyway, I've rambled long enough. Thank you both for joining and helping me out when my brain stopped working. I appreciate it. Title screen. Yes. Absolutely. Okay. Yes, you did. You were there for moral support.